Hercules to Bhagavad Gita, Conquering Inner Demons, Ancient Blueprints for Unshakable Confidence. Chapter 1, The Fire That Seared the Labors. The ancient Greek hero Hercules was not born with an invincible spirit. He was born a mortal man who faced a series of daunting tasks, the 12 labors, each designed to test his strength, wit, and most importantly, his inner resolve. In the first labor, he was tasked with slaying the Nemean lion, a beast whose hide was impervious to weapons. Desperate, he realized that brute force was futile. He used his intelligence, wrapped a cloak around himself, and strangled the beast with his bare hands. With each labor he completed, he grew not in size, but in certainty that he could confront any challenge, external or internal. The motivation here is simple yet profound. Confidence is forged through repeated victories over one's own doubts. Every time Hercules confronted an impossible task, he redefined his limits. Practical example. Today, the daunting task for many is not a lion but the daily grind. Setting goals, staying on task, overcoming procrastination. Break one large goal into micro steps, write one paragraph, walk 10 minutes, reply to an email. When you finish one small step, you're reinforcing trust in yourself, just as Hercules tripped over the next labor when he had already conquered the previous. Conclusion. Hercules teaches us that the first step to confidence is to accept that obstacles are not roadblocks but stepping stones. Each small victory, like each conquered labor, adds a brick to the house of self-belief. Call to action. If you're ready to start your own set of labors, comment below with one small step you'll take today. Like, share, and subscribe for stories that keep your confidence growing. Reflective question. When you face a seemingly impossible task, do you see a monster or a pathway to proving your strength? Chapter 2, The Shadow of the Chariot in the Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, the dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna sets a scene that many can recognize on a battlefield of self-doubt. Arjuna, a soldier of great skill, is confronted with a terrible choice: to fight his own kin or withdraw. His mind is clouded by fear, sorrow, and confusion. Instead of surrender, he seeks guidance. Krishna's counsel to Arjuna, perform your duty, not the outcome, removes the ego from the equation, focusing the mind on action itself, not the result. Through this, Arjuna regains unwavering confidence, stepping onto the field with a calm heart, untouched by the fear of failure. The lesson is that confidence arises when we detach from the outcome and commit fully to the task at hand. When we detach, we become impervious to external judgment and internal skepticism. Practical example. In the workplace, when facing a presentation or a project, focus on the preparation process rather than the applause you'll receive. Set clear milestones, practice, and deliver. Your performance improves because you're not distracted by the anxiety of results. Conclusion. The story of Arjuna is not just about heroism in battle. It's about mastering the mind to stay steadfast and confident regardless of the stakes. Call to action. Drop a comment about an upcoming task you're nervous about and tell us how you plan to focus on the process, not the outcome. Like, share, and subscribe for more confidence hacks from ancient wisdom. Reflective question. When did you last let fear of outcome control your decisions? How might detaching from that fear shift your confidence? Chapter 3, The Wisdom of the Spartan Academy. Centuries later, Greek philosophers would codify the importance of discipline. The Spartans, a militaristic society famed for their unbreakable courage, ran a rigorous training regime known as the agoge. From a young age, boy Spartans were taught to endure physical hardship, to practice courage in controlled environments, and to develop a collective identity that eclipsed personal fear. The lesson for modern life is that confidence is less about innate talent and more about disciplined rehearsal of the mind and body. Consistent practice under controlled, challenging conditions hardens the psyche. Practical example. If you're afraid of public speaking, start a small ritual. Rehearse aloud every morning, record yourself, and gradually reduce the audience from yourself to a friend, then a group. Consistency turns fear into muscle memory and confidence into habit. Conclusion. Spartan discipline was a recipe for a mind that did not tremble before an unknown. We can adopt the same rigor to shape inner resilience. Call to action. Identify one habit you can start today, be it journaling, daily exercise, or meditation to train your mind against fear. Like, share, and subscribe for more systematic ways to build unshakable confidence. Reflective question. Which discipline are you willing to commit to tomorrow that will push you past your comfort zone? Chapter 4. The Mirror of the Egyptian King. In ancient Egypt, the pharaohs sought to maintain order and unity by embodying divine authority. One of the most celebrated rulers, Tutankhamun, was young and surrounded by advisors. He is told a story by the scribe Thutmose. Look into the mirror of the heart. The stone inside it defines you. The act of self-reflection reveals inner turmoil as a dark stone that can be smoothed with patience and wisdom. The theme in the story is that confidence arises from confronting the inner demons rather than suppressing them. By acknowledging inner fears, we can convert them into sources of strength. Practical example. In personal development, maintain a daily reflection journal. At night, write down one fear you encountered, analyze its root, and write a small action you can take. These steps gradually transform the stone into polished self-knowledge. Conclusion. The Egyptian tale reminds us that confronting our inner shadows, rather than hiding them, is the pathway to authentic confidence. Call to action. Take 5 minutes now to write down your biggest inner fear. How will you transform it today? Like, share, and subscribe for more ancient guidance to face your darkness. Reflective question. What stone inside you holds back your confidence, and what action can smooth that stone? Chapter 5. The Warrior Within, Combining the Pathways. The themes that have emerged from Hercules, Labor's, Arjuna's detachment, the Spartan discipline, and the Egyptian introspection converge into a single blueprint. Confidence is forged through repeated, disciplined action. It is anchored by detachment from outcomes. It is sharpened by confronting internal doubts, and it is amplified by collective purpose. Imagine a composite process. 1. Set a clear purpose that aligns with your values, like a warrior's oath. 2. Break that purpose into daily micro-tasks. 3. Practice these tasks with discipline, embracing the Spartan ethos. 4. When the task is complete, reflect on the process. Acknowledge emotions without judgment, following the Egyptian mirror. 5. Reframe the outcome. Focus on the action, not the applause, and allow yourself to detach as Arjuna did. By weaving together these ancient threads, you get a fabric strong enough to weather modern storms of doubt and external criticism. Conclusion. Your confidence is not a static statue, but a living, breathing warrior that gains strength from adversity, clarity from detachment, and depth from self-reflection. Call to action. Start today. Pick one micro-task aligned with your purpose, commit to it for 30 days, and share your progress. Hit like, share, and subscribe for your ongoing courage companion. Reflective question. In what ways can you blend discipline, detachment, and self-reflection in your next challenge to unleash a deeper confidence? Philosophy Spotlight. Stoicism, the inner fortress of confidence. Stoicism, articulated by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers a focused lens on cultivating unwavering confidence. In simple terms, Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, but we can control our judgments about them. By mastering our judgments, we build an inner fortress that remains unshakable no matter the turmoil outside. Historical figure, Marcus Aurelius. The Roman emperor once penned, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." As a ruler, Marcus faced wars, plagues, and political intrigue. Yet his stoic discipline allowed him to keep calm, make clear decisions, and inspire others. His confidence was not derived from his position, but from his mastery over inner responses. Lessons for modern success. 1. Distinguish between what you control and what you cannot. In business or personal life, countless factors, market shifts, others' opinions, unexpected crises, are beyond your influence. Stoicism teaches you to focus energy on actions you control: preparation, learning, communication. By redirecting attention, you reduce anxiety and reinforce confidence. 2. Practice negative visualization. Contemplate potential setbacks, loss of a job, feedback you might receive, a project failure. Predicting these scenarios mentally does not mean you expect them. It means you prepare, so if they occur, you are resilient, not rattled. A calm response to negative events is a hallmark of confident leaders. 3. Adopt the amor fati attitude. Love what happens to you. When obstacles arise, reframing them as opportunities is a powerful confidence booster. Instead of lamenting a missed promotion, consider the lessons it offers: the need for more skills, better networking, or improved resilience. Connection to the theme. Stoicism ties directly to the theme of conquering inner demons. Each ancient narrative, from Hercules' perseverance to Arjuna's detachment, reflects Stoic principles: disciplined action, emotional regulation, and purposeful living. By adopting Stoic practices, you build the mental fortitude required to face inner demons head-on, emerging confident and unshaken. Final thought. Confidence, in the Stoic sense, is the calm assurance that you are ready for whatever life throws at you, not the illusion of invincibility. It's a cultivated skill rather than a personality trait. Closing call to action. Embrace Stoic habits. Start each day with a brief self-reflection on what you can control, practice acceptance of the uncontrollable, and celebrate small victories. Like, share, and subscribe to keep learning how to turn ancient wisdom into everyday confidence. Reflective question. Which Stoic practice will you choose to implement now, and how will it shift your confidence in the coming weeks?